Good evening, guys. Welcome to the Wells Homestead. Well, it's Sunday evening, and as we do every Sunday evening, we are having our family dinner. Sunday dinner. It's actually friends, but if you believe like me, you don't have to be blood to be family. So, right over there on the porch, everybody wave! Hi! That's the family. Grilling some hot dogs and some brats and stuff. And just wanted to come leave you guys a quick message tonight because I haven't in about a week or so, and just some of the neat things going on here at the homestead. Don't know if I can catch one right at the moment, but here in Missouri we're in the middle of the monarch butterfly migration. I was out here yesterday and had 12 flying around me. Also wanted to talk to you guys not only about what's going on here on the homestead, but a thought that God really laid on my heart about being self-sustaining where you are. Guys, being self-sustaining doesn't mean being like me. Doesn't mean being like Homesteady or Lumina Acres or anybody else that you see out there living the homestead self-sustaining lifestyle. What being self-sustaining is all about is doing what you can for yourself where you are. As you'll notice here as I walk you guys by, I got a little bit of dirt and put in on top of the compost that I put in the greenhouse. Still haven't planted anything. Still haven't got the other side filled up yet. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about. You see, when we started homesteading, we actually started many years ago and failed, actually. Back in 2011, we were living outside of town in a trailer house that we had rented, and we got one of those buy now, pay later storage buildings and did some work on it and turned it into a chicken coop. We were getting eggs, we were getting, we had chickens, we had ducks, we had turkeys. And then we started noticing they started disappearing, just here and there. And we couldn't figure out what was going on. Well, see, we free-ranged our chickens. It was a little community. We free-ranged our chickens. And we actually had a neighbor that had a herd full of cats. And the cats were picking them off one by one, dragging them home. And the neighbor was actually eating them. Man, then I was mad. Oh, I wanted to shoot every cat I saw. But now looking back from the position I'm in now, I look at it and I say, hey, you know what? He was doing the best he could. He ate them. He skinned them. He plucked them however he did it. But his cats fed him. I don't know if he trained them that way. I don't know if it's just natural selection. They did it. But he was being self-sustaining. Oh, Jackie, you're giving these self-sustaining guys a really bad name. I'm really not, guys. What I'm trying to tell you is you have to do what you can do to be self-sustaining. You don't have to have chickens like me. You don't have to have rabbits like me. You don't have to have a garden. Maybe, just maybe, you will start out like I did 39 years ago, 37 years ago, when my dad taught me how to hunt. Why was it important to me to learn how to hunt? Because I knew that no matter what went on in society, if I knew how to hunt, if I had a gun, and if I had ammo, or if I had a bow and I had a stick, I could feed myself. I didn't have to depend on anybody to provide for me. And that's what self-sustainability is all about. It's not about warding off the grocery stores. It's not about never spending a dime in a retail establishment again. That's not it. I mean, we go to Walmart weekly almost. What it's about is about not being dependent on anybody for anything you need. Now, we have chickens. Chickens are getting really big. Actually had a chicken rodeo yesterday. I think the youngest son was out messing with the chickens before we got up because I slept in yesterday. But they didn't leave the chicken coop. Well, they didn't leave the yard. They got out of the chicken coop. Here, let's look at our chicks here. As you can see, we have a couple of three actually, of what we call Dominickers. We have a couple laying hens that I don't really know what they are. They kind of look like a hawk. We have Rhode Island Red and that little white one right there, looking at us right now. A little white and gray one. That's our Easter egger. Now I may get comments on the chicken run here, which is okay. I mean, it's not ideal. It's not the way that I want things to be, but right now I don't have a chicken tractor and I live in town. So I have to do what I can to keep my chickens, number one, safe from neighborhood cats, dogs, things like that. But number two, I also have to keep them from being a nuisance to anybody else. So they can't just go out and run all over and stuff like that. Now when the ones got out yesterday, they didn't. They stayed right here in the backyard and pecked around the yard and did really good. But guys, it's about what you can do to keep yourself from being reliant on anybody. Guys, we still buy meat at the stores. We still buy beef and pork and, stuff like that. I do try and buy from homestead friends and families and everything like that. Sorry guys, it's time to turn the hot dogs. We still shop at the store a lot, but if something was to happen tomorrow and the entire economy of the United States were to crash, I don't have to be scared about what my family's going to eat. I don't have to be worried about how I'm going to feed my kids or my wife or what we're going to do to get the stuff we need. We may not like it. We can make our own clothes. We can we raise our own food. We have firearms and ammunition. I have a bow with arrows. I have chickens. I've got rabbits coming Friday, which is the only animal right now we're going to have on the homestead that's going to be regenerative. Say hi, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
So we actually got rabbits coming. So we'll have meat. We'll have vegetables. As you guys saw, the greenhouse, the raised bed garden is going to be over here. We've got the composter going. It's actually filling up a lot quicker than sorry about the sun there, what I thought it was going to. I'll get my camera pointed there, as you can see. It's something new. Never tried it before. I'm trying it now. Hopefully I'm turning it correctly and everything. I'm not putting any meat substances into my compost. Anything like that. No bones, nothing. It's all vegetables and foliage and chicken poop, and soon there's going to be rabbit poop. And here, let me show you guys real quick. The rabbit hutch. Now down there on the ends of a little cage that I built into the rabbit hutch. The other two big cages there I built, I didn't buy. But it's going to serve a multitude of purposes. This area here, you notice the box. Going to put some straw in there, give the rabbits a way to get up off the wire. Plus, they can get up on top of the box, get up there and lay down on the wood. They're separated by chicken wire, even the little, what we call the breeding boxes, the shelters there, closed on both ends but open in the middle. But we're going to do it a couple of different ways. We're going to put the does in the cages, or in the regular rabbit cages. We're going to put the buck down there in the cage and feed and water him there and everything. And then as we breed the does, what we'll do is we'll pull the does out once one has a baby, and we'll put them all in one cage. We'll let her wean the babies, and then we'll take the babies away from her, and we will, excuse me just a moment.
We're cleaning it out. We're cleaning it out.
We'll pull the buck out of the cage. We'll put the little ones in there to go ahead and get them up to butchering size. Put him in one of the regular cages. And then, later on down the road, we may build more rabbit hutches. We may buy some. But yeah, that's the rabbit hutch. And for those of you who don't know, rabbits are not real keen to heat, but they don't mind the sun. And why do I say that? Well, I'm going to show you guys a little effect I put into my rabbit hutch. This one has a skylight. They don't mind the sun, and especially in the wintertime when it's really cold, they like to get into the sun and they like to heat and let that sun warm them. So those are the rabbit hutches. Like I said, the rabbits will be here Friday. But back to our discussion, guys. Really, all being self-sustaining about is being only dependent on yourself. Is it okay to buy stuff from the store? Absolutely, we all do. And I'm going to give you a great, for instance. None of us have a grindstone and a water mill, so we're buying our flour, we're buying our sugar. None of us, well, I can't say none of us. I haven't met a homesteader yet that has their own rice paddy. And if you do, please share it, because I think that's awesome. But it's about being and doing what you can to give yourself the security. Well, the morning glories are starting to fade. If you guys happen to know of any medicinal or anything else use out of a morning glory, as you can see right here, see the little flower? That was this morning's morning glory. Or actually, those may be tomorrow's, but they're starting to fade. It's about giving yourself the confidence of knowing that no matter what goes on in your surroundings, no matter what goes on in your environment, no matter what happens, you can depend on yourself for what you need. So I say that to say this: you don't have to have chickens, you don't have to have goats, you don't have to have pigs, you don't have to have a garden, you don't have to have anything you don't want to have, because what it's all about is giving yourself confidence and security. Maybe you don't like animals. So maybe you put in a greenhouse and you put in raised bed gardens and you grow, let's say you grow a winter's worth of food the first year. Absolutely, you're a homesteader. You're doing what needs to be done, because even the mountain men of old, which is where a lot of our homestead traditions come from, they didn't have necessarily pigs and chickens, and they generally hunted their game. They would kill the woodland chicken, the prairie chicken, what we commonly know as grouse. They'd kill turkeys, they'd kill rabbits, they'd kill squirrels, they'd kill whatever they nature provided for them to be able to feed themselves. You know, they might have had a little garden, or they grew some wheat that they could grind up with a mortar and pestle to make flour, and they might have had a little small patch of honeysuckle or sugar cane or something that they could use to sweeten their breads or something like that. Maybe they would track down a beehive and tap it for honey every once in a while. They would tap maple trees and get the sap and make syrup. They didn't go out and spend a bunch of money and buy all these hyper technical things that we use now to homestead, but they paved the path for us to do what we do now, to come back and live off the land and be self-sustaining after their descendants made us all dependent on grocery stores and farmers markets. And I mean, I could go through the progression of how we got to where we are today. But I still shop at the Walmart. I still go to the grocery store. I still, you know, I can't make my own truck parts. I can't mill my own lumber. I would like to, but I can't at the moment. Leave that one there, baby. Louisa, you can leave it out here, baby. So we do what we can to provide for ourselves. You know, I would love nothing more one day than to have 3 to 5 acres, lots of trees, where I could mill my own lumber and I could make my own stuff. But that's my dream. You do you. You do what God has laid on your heart. You do what you enjoy. Because it's just like a job. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And I was actually sitting and talking with Christy today, because I've always been the person to say, you know, I could never retire. I can't just sit at home and sit around and do nothing. But I was talking to her today, and I'm like, you know, if I could stay home, mess with my animals all day, mess with my garden, work on, you know, the landscaping and building my dream, I could probably retire and enjoy it. But I just wanted to drop by today and give you guys an update on what's going on here on the Wells Homestead, and have a little talk about what sustainability really is. And I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends. If we can get up to 100 followers by the end of the month, which I've still got to hold true to my word to you guys. I got to start getting some of these interviews done. If we can get up to 100 subscribers by the end of the month, we'll give away a $50. Sorry, I got a snot thing going on. We'll give away a $50 gift card. And I'll take a poll, you know. We will randomly draw from the subscribers and give away a gift card. And, you know, you guys leave a comment. Would you want it to be the Tractor Supply, Amazon, a Walmart card, you know, whatever you guys would like to see or like to have, and I'll tally all those up and see what we come up with. And look, guys. Oh, there they go. We have a big pond over here. Oh, there's some more. Did I miss them? Yeah. We have geese that fly over every day. And for an old country boy like me, it's really hard not to pull out the 12 gauge and put one on the table. But anyway, we'll give away a gift card, and we'll get it to wherever you guys kind of decide, or what's most popular, where the gift card will be from. And you know, I want to grow this community. I want to grow this brother and sisterhood of homesteaders where we can help each other out. Please, guys, if you have questions for me, leave them in the comments. If you have concerns about something you see on the homestead, let me know. Hey, maybe I can learn something from you. But hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends, encourage them to subscribe. That way we can all be on this journey to being self-sustaining where we are together. You guys have a great day. God bless.